Nice. Whipping out the classic comedic.
I have to be careful who I say that to because the younger gens have no idea.
No, they don't. Mm-mm. Did you see that thing last night about where they brought the Jeffersons and Archie Bunker back?
I did.
I didn't get to watch it.
It was good.
Was it good?
It was a little alarming. You know, it's pretty raw.
I saw parts of it, like, because they were showing it on the morning shows this morning.
Okay, yeah.
And it was, like, Jamie Foxx was George Jefferson?
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
It was good. Who else? Who did the best with Edith Bunker? Marissa Tomei.
Really?
She was amazing as Edith.
She was Edith?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
And she was the best by far.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because so they were talking about how, like, it's still relevant, like the topics. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah, they were talking about Nixon and the president and his greediness, and like a lot of it was pretty crazy.
So pretty eye-opening, I guess.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to go back and watch it. I'm sure they're gonna be showing it again.
It's definitely worth watching.
Nice.
Yeah,
well, cool.
And the best part was Jamie Foxx screwed up something, and he goes, "It is live TV," and then everybody like couldn't compose. Like they're all laughing. Woody Harrelson's like turning around and walking away laughing. It was
like one of them Saturday Night Live moments.
Yeah, it totally was. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, look, if you need a bottle of water, it's right there in front of you.
Thank you.
So, hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Big B Mortgage Podcast. Today, I am joined by Karlyn
Yep.
Ellis from
Realty One
Group
Prosper.
Yeah. Down in, you got 2 locations, right?
We do. We have an office in Buda and then just opened South Austin off of South Lamar and Highway 71 360.
I have heard the new office is gorgeous.
It is. I love it.
Nice, man. Well, thank you for coming on.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Oh, my goodness. And thank you for really getting me clarified on how to say Buda. I have called it Buddha for way too long. Where are we going? We're going to Buda. You mean Buda. No, I mean Buddha. No, you mean Buda.
Right. Yep.
Well, cool. So how you doing today, huh?
I'm doing great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So for the benefit of everybody listening, all 5 of them, tell us who you are and what you do. I mean, obviously,
sure.
You're a real estate agent.
I am. I've been a licensed agent for just about 20 years now. I'm a broker. I am one of 3 owners of Realty One Group Prosper. We have the privilege of opening the Realty One franchise in the Austin market. So we opened in Buda in September.
Yeah.
And then opened the South Austin office just a couple months ago. And I am quickly phasing myself out of sales and really just focusing on running the company and coaching my agents.
Yeah, it's hard.
It is hard.
It's hard because you got how many agents now?
Oh, we have invites out to get us to about 80. So by the end of the month, we should be at 80.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow, that is awesome.
It is exciting. Very
exciting.
Yeah,
that's a lot of personalities to be handling there.
It is.
So you've been doing it how long again? Say again.
20 years.
20 years. So what? Go ahead.
I started. I don't know if you're going to ask,
yep.
But so I'm married to a custom home builder.
Ah.
And so we started buying and building and selling and buying and building and selling and I kept saying, we're telling these agents what to list the homes for. We were doing the open houses, selling the houses at the open houses, and I said, that's crazy. I'll do it.
Just do it.
Yep.
So you went out, got the license.
Yep.
Didn't know anything really?
Nope. Went to one broker, lasted 1 day at that brokerage.
Nice.
Yep. In the training, they said you couldn't sell your own homes. And I said, well, count me out. We're a builder. That's what we do. So
guess I'm done here.
Yep. Left at the end of that day. And, the rest is history.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what, well, you already answered that one, like what pulled you into it. What's your favorite thing about it? I mean, what did you, because you've been doing it for so long.
Yes.
You've seen it. I mean, God, you watched Austin grow.
Oh, yeah.
Like big time, right? Because when you got into it, it was probably still the sleepy little college town, right?
I mean, it was hopping, but definitely nothing like this. When I moved here, I moved to Dripping Springs. So watching Hayes County grow has been the biggest thrill for me.
Dripping is one that always shocks me every time I drive through it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I've really enjoyed watching the growth, but for me in real estate, I love to be challenged.
Yeah.
And so no 2 days are ever the same. As a broker, I solve problems, but I still am learning all the time.
Yeah.
You know, agents will come to me with some crazy question I've never thought of, you know, and we have to figure it out together, and I love that.
That's wild, right? Mm-hmm. 20 years and you still get hit with stuff you never dealt with.
Still stuff to learn, absolutely.
I go through the same thing because I don't produce.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've been in mortgage for 15, and it's like they're still bringing me scenarios, and it's like, good God, really?
Right.
I thought I'd seen it, done it, and got the merit badge, but no.
Yeah. No, it's pretty amazing. It changes
That's cool.
all the time. Yep.
So you're going to be, you hopefully you'll be up to 80 agents here soon. You said, right?
Yeah. We've got truck invites out to get us to the 80th mark, so our goal is to do it by the 1st.
So what's the vision?
Vision is 200 agents for our South Austin office. We've got just under 60 total in Buda. And then maybe a third office. Corporate would love us to start planning the third office, but we'll see.
Yeah. What made you choose? Because you've been with Realty One now how long?
We went
You're with another group, right? Obviously.
Well, I was independent for 7 years.
Oh, okay. So you were your own.
I owned my own brokerage for 7 years in Buda.
Okay.
I was just a little local company having fun. But I knew that real estate was changing. There's a lot of change, disruption in our industry.
Yeah.
And as a broker owner, it was time to innovate and renovate, if you will. And I knew I didn't want to do it on my own anymore. I wanted to be a part of something bigger that could give me the resources, provide me the tools to give to my agents so they could be successful. And so I changed the brokerage model completely. I was on an 80-20 split with my agents before. And I knew with pressure on our commissions, these agents couldn't pay me that forever.
Right.
And so I looked at 100% models, and Realty One's model is 100% commission. So it's very low fees, and then the support and tools that they provide is just phenomenal, and I loved it. And so they said, we want to come to Austin. Do you want to do it? And I said, absolutely.
Wow. Like, where are they based out of?
California.
Out of Cali?
They're in Irvine.
Oh, wow. So outside of that 100% model, what else was it that drew you to them?
You know, the leadership is amazing. Vinny Tracy is our president. He was with RE/MAX, helped RE/MAX grow from, I'm going to say all these numbers wrong, but like from 4,000 agents to 40,000 agents.
Good Lord, child.
Yeah, and so he's just a phenomenal visionary who's leading us into this growth. And so I really got behind him and his passion, but it's, you know, it's the enormous advertising team that they have for us. The technology and tools as an independent broker.
So you can get that kind of support on a 100% model?
You can. It's pretty amazing.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, my brokerage, we charge 3 fees. So we have a transaction fee per closing, then E&O once a year, and your monthly technology fee.
That's it?
That's it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's exciting.
So let me ask you a question. When you were just the broker owner down in Buda,
yep.
How many agents did you have then?
At my biggest, I think I got up to 32. When I converted in September, we had 28.
Really? Mm-hmm. So when you make this leap here in the next however long it takes, you're going to be more than double what you were.
Oh, yeah. We're almost to triple.
So outside of having to step outside of like your own personal production, which I'm sure for somebody who's been selling for 20 years, it's going to be a bit of a challenge.
It's hard to do. Hard to say no to your clients.
What kind of shock did you, or have you gone through any kind of shock going from small independent to part of a bigger group and now more than doubling your size?
Yeah. I mean, not only that, but adding a second office, that was a whole nother.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
I like that just as much as I like root canals. I've opened some offices here, and that we've got like the real estate department that negotiates the lease, you know, and it's always funny because I'm that dodo bird that just walks in and is like, yeah, I like the space. Okay, let's sign up. And then my real estate department's like, no. We need to negotiate, you know, and then they'll get me some kind of benefit.
Right.
Yep. Did your company do that, or were you kind of just running that on point?
No, I did all of that. You know, I've had experience, obviously, since I'm in real estate. I've done some commercial stuff. So, and we shopped around pretty hard before we picked that location. So, you know, I knew what to ask for. And
how's that T&I budget?
Oh my God!
For those of you who don't know, it's improvements to the space.
Tenant improvements. Yeah. We went in to improve our 4,000 square foot space, which needed everything, and we went in with a budget of 50, and it almost doubled. It was crazy.
It's amazing how much it costs.
Yeah.
To build something out like that, especially here in Austin.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like,
Austin made it 10 times worse.
oh, yes.
Yeah.
Here, I know we added, and this was before I came on board, but they added our conference room that you were sitting in.
Yep.
And you're talking 3 walls, a door. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
$50,000.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
For a conference room.
Yeah.
It's like, holy cow.
Yeah.
And it ain't like, they're in here working every day.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's we're waiting on a permit. They're always waiting on a permit. It's crazy. But down in South Texas, man, I can knock it out in a weekend.
Oh, yeah. No kidding.
It's like, yeah, pennies on the dollar. Don't even worry about it. And great craftsmanship. That's awesome. So, yeah, going back to it, though, like, what's been, like, the biggest, like, holy crap, this is different or shocker for you?
Well, for me, you're only as good as those you surround yourself with. So I found I needed to make sure I'm surrounded by exceptional leaders at another level, to help me get me to this next level. Because you only know what you know. And to be able to pull off what I'm pulling off now, I needed to tap into some bigger resources. And so for me, it was just getting humble and realizing I don't know it all. And I need to embrace consuming as much knowledge as possible to help make sure we're successful. And then realizing at the number of agents we have, the number one reason I went in and opened a brokerage to begin with was I wanted to be a broker that these agents could come to anytime, day or night, with some limits there. But I always want to be available, and I want to help the agent be as successful as possible. Well, now we're talking about ultimately having 250, 300 agents. How do I do that and make sure everybody feels that way? And that's what I'm working through, and I'm going to have, some great help. I'm making some great hires to help me do that. And leveraging myself, that's the key. I'm a control freak, so for me, letting go has been harder to do.
Oh, yeah.
But we're getting there, so.
The best thing I ever learned how to do was delegate.
Yeah.
That was the best, and I had to learn how to do it.
I have to tell myself to do it. Like, it's really hard.
Delegate, but then delegate and trust.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Don't delegate and then be all up in their Kool-Aid about it.
Yes.
Yeah, because that just defeats the purpose, and it's like,
my employees are clapping right now.
Are they? Yeah, make sure you share it with all of them now. Come on now.
Right.
Nah, but that's awesome though, man. It's always fun to see like something like this happen to where. Because I know when I got to sit across the table from you months ago when we met down there in Buda, I mean, the fire and the energy, and then it's like the energy of everybody at the table that was on your team, and it's just like charging forward, and it's like, wow, this is going to be amazing.
It is so exciting. We are having so much fun.
That's the key, though, right there. Yes. And that's something like I can't harp on enough for people is like, look, this business, whether it's real estate, whether it's finance, it's already serious enough. Yeah. You don't have to walk around with a permanent scowl. No. If you do, your day's just going to get even worse. Yeah, man.
Life is too short.
It is. Yep. It really is.
I tell every agent I interview that there's more than enough business to go around for everybody.
Yeah.
Let's work hard and play hard and have fun and support each other. So, my office, it's absolutely a family culture. Everybody helps everybody. Nobody's better than anybody else.
Right.
That's not allowed in my office. And we really do try to have a lot of fun.
Let me ask you a question. Because obviously I've never done what you do. Okay? I've been exposed to it, but I've never done it.
Sure.
I know, like, whenever I have somebody who's brand new to the mortgage industry, it's an incredible challenge to help get those folks coached up, confident, go out there, make the calls, do this, do that, right? In order to be able to kind of parlay into success. Is it the same for you? Because you bring on brand new agents as well, I assume, right? Or are you really just looking for experience?
Well, we do bring on brand new because there are some amazing brand new gifted agents. My business partner, Chad Harden, came to me brand new. He came to me with a full-time job, which is usually one of my roles. Like, I only want full-time agents. But he had something special, and I could tell he was going to do amazingly well. And he did 6 figures his first year as a rookie agent. And,
wow.
And so that's what I look for in brand new is some kind of potential in them. And so if I see that, I will absolutely bring them on. But I now have a mentor who trains them and works with them for their first 5 transactions. So,
really?
Yes.
And by trains them, you mean not only the mechanics of filling out the paperwork, but like this is how you go out and get more business, or
helping them get the business, helping them write the contract, but also present it to the buyer or the seller. Like, we don't want them, if they don't want to go on that listing appointment alone, they won't go alone. Either one of the 3 owners will go with them or their mentor will go with them.
Really?
Yep, on the first 5. So, and even after the first 5, if they still felt like they needed help, it's really important that they are confident and know what they're doing. So my license is on the line. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Dang, girl.
I was that mentor for a hot minute, but luckily I am not now. So
you are not.
No.
Why do you say luckily? Seemed like you'd be an awesome coach.
Well, but I just don't have the time. There's no way. So my priorities right now are recruiting, and my focus is recruiting experienced agents. My sweet spots, the agent who's done maybe 4 to 12 deals and really wants to double their business this next year. I want to help them double that. So
how are you going about your recruiting? Are you smiling and dialing in most cases?
A lot of smiling and dialing. Yeah? Absolutely.
How many hang-ups do you have to deal with on a daily basis?
We don't get hang-ups. We get, those that are loyal and happy with their broker, which is great. You know, I just tell them that I want to be, their plan B. If plan A falls apart someday, which it might, let me be a plan B so that, at least you have options. Right. Because that broker that you love may retire or may sell, things change. And so when I get those, I just, I say, I understand, and let me be a backup. But there's a lot of agents out there who go to one brokerage or another and just don't realize until they get in that it's not the right fit for them. Sure. So I'm just here to let them know there's another
They don't
option.
realize it day one like you did.
No. Yeah. You didn't.
I love the eye roll. That was good. Yeah. That was me.
Yeah. Well, I don't waste time.
I completely understand.
Yep. Yeah.
Wow. So let me ask you a question. Real estate, like, what are we seeing in the marketplace right now? Like, what are you seeing? I mean, and don't just tell me it's hot. Like, we all know it's hot, but what do you? I mean, here's the thing, because there's a lot of it to where I know, dude. Even for me up in North Suburbia, I mean, we get to the coming soon and then contract pending. Yeah. Like, I'm not watching houses stay on the market really past 2 weeks. Yeah. If it's on past 30 days, like, people are saying, oh, well, there's an issue with that one or something like that. It's like, hey, they're just, that one's just a bad house. Like, okay. Yeah. But, I mean, appraised values are just like through the roof. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Value gains of just tremendous. Yeah. I mean, what are you seeing? In other words, do you have any concerns about that?
Well, am I concerned about our market? No, I think we're in an amazing area. I'm blessed to be selling and have a business that's selling in this corridor of Central Texas. Mm-hmm. I think we're going to do well for a long time. I think where we focus our selling, the company has at least for the last 7 years, Hays County and South Austin, we've seen the market shift a little bit. Some price points are a little bit slower than others. Mm-hmm. And that's due to a lot of new construction that's in our area.
There's a lot of new construction. A lot.
And so if you look at home sales, the number of solds this year to last year, it's down 10%. Right. And a lot of that's because people are choosing to build new or buy new that aren't in MLS, so we're not getting those recorded sales. So for my agents and the agents in the industry, the question is, how do we educate these buyers and let them know that they need an agent to represent them before they go walk into a new home sales community? Because the on-site at that new home sales office doesn't represent their best interest. They absolutely are there to represent the builder.
They represent that builder.
Yep. And so, 50% of new home sales do not have an agent representing them. And so we need to figure out how we get in front of those people and represent them before they get in the door. And so that's definitely affected the resale market for Hays County, Buda Kyle especially. So the resales are having to really kind of step up their game. And when you go on the market, you need to look really good, because otherwise you're going to get picked for brand new.
What are the new home sales prices averaging right now in that Hays area?
Well, so it depends on location, but average is probably low 3s. Gotcha. There's still some in the 2s, and then there's some communities that are doing really well, closer to 4. I mean, it's pretty amazing. Yeah. Yeah.
Out where I'm at, they popped up some new communities, but it's all like 400,000 or 500,000 and up. Yeah. And you're surrounded by, and that's the weird part that cracks me up, because there's like that 30-year-old community where the homes are going for maybe 300.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful houses, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But then you jump the street and it's like, oh yeah, everything over here across the road is $500,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just a wild swing. You know what I mean?
It is. Yeah. And that's just strictly a result of, the cost to build are through the roof. Our material, our labor costs are so expensive these days.
I've heard cost of wood is like
land.
Way up.
Yeah. Rebar and all of it. It's ridiculous.
I wonder how much of that is due to tariffs.
Oh. We can't go there.
Are we gonna? No, you don't want to go there. Come on now.
I can't afford to upset half my listeners.
I totally understand. Yes, I avoid politics and religion like the plague.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, I have to teach that to my agents, guys.
Yeah, no. And the funny thing is I've got other people that are in our industry. Mm-hmm. That are not mixing words. And they're putting their stuff out on social, and it's like, dude, you're alienating half of your market base.
Yep.
Stop.
Yes. Yeah.
There's something to be said for standing firm in who you are.
Sure.
But if you're going to go public like that,
Yeah.
Add a little bit more water to the Kool-Aid.
Right.
Come on.
Right. That's true.
So what are you most excited about the marketplace right now?
Well, for me, it's, the amount of, like we said, new construction, the buyers that are still coming and buying. For Hays County, we're very affordable for the first-time home buyer market, which I love.
You guys are, really. And you're so close to South Austin.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is like a huge selling point.
Well, and we're about to have 45 open up, connecting Mopac to Buda.
Oh, I think I saw that announcement.
Yeah, it's amazing. It opens
Another
in a
road.
week. Well, yeah, but man, this will be worth it.
Another toll road.
This will be so worth it, though.
I know, but
oh my gosh,
people ask me, "What's it like living in Austin?" And I was like, it's cool, but you got to pay to drive anywhere."
Yep.
Basically, and I'm not talking about gas.
No,
you know what I mean?
That's true.
And everything is expensive here.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest, and that's why, like with you guys, with that Kyle, if I had it to do over, I'd have moved to Kyle Buda.
Yeah.
In a heartbeat, because I could be 20 minutes to downtown.
Oh yeah.
Boom.
Yep.
And just done.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I love it there. So, and the South Austin office is at an amazing location. We've got 71 and 290 and Mopac and 35 all within a few minutes there. So, we can be anywhere in a heartbeat. So, makes
That's
it really
awesome,
easy.
man.
Yeah, it's great.
So, what advice would you give a new agent coming into the marketplace right now?
So, for me, I love to talk to brand new agents or agents considering getting into real estate and ask them, what attracted them to it. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's the wrong thing. Sometimes they say, oh, I love to look at houses. Well, looking at houses is only a fraction of the job. And
I can do that on my phone.
Yeah, right. So I really try to explain to them that it's easy to be busy in real estate without being productive in real estate. And so they've got to get good. If they're not good, they've got to get good at, talking to people, telling everybody what they do for a living. If they're afraid to talk to people, if they want to be that secret realtor, they're not going to do well. And so, I just say, embrace who you are, embrace that you're going to join a company. If you join us, you're going to join a family that's going to take really good care of you and your clients, and leverage that and make sure you're the best choice for that client. But they need to know you are even a choice for that client. You know? They can't pick you if they don't know what you do for a living. So, I tell agents to, you've got to really grasp sales. It is a sales job, 100%. And so you got to be talking to people every day. 50 conversations equals a transaction. So it's
50?
Yep, on average for a new agent.
Wow.
Yep.
So if you want 2 transactions, you got to have 100 conversations in a day.
Yeah. Well,
in theory.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot of getting out and talking to people.
Wow.
So, but I've brought on some new agents lately that have no fear of talking to people. They're going out there and passing out 100 cars a day, and I love it.
Well, and that's cool because, you can't teach personality, right? Like, no. That's one of the things here, even in our industry, it's like, look, you're going to learn the guidelines. Yeah. You're going to learn all that. What you really got to get past is that, meeting new people reluctance. Yep. That call reluctance. Fear of, fear of rejection. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. And I hate it. Everybody hates it.
Sure.
If I ever met anybody who didn't really hate it, I would think there was something wrong.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
You know, you
That's
just get to a point where you're just more willing to overcome it.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, what's more important, the fear of them shutting you down or not paying your light bill?
Exactly. Yeah, the fear of not making that check.
Yeah.
You know, the fear of failing your family, that needs to be stronger than the fear of rejection.
So is your husband still building?
He is.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's the name of his company?
Endeavor Custom Homes.
I've heard of it.
Yep. Yep.
I've never seen. I don't know that I've seen anything you guys have done, but
Yeah.
I've heard that name before.
We're trying to get to a point where, you know, he stops building customs and just does projects for himself. That's our, you know, next 2 to 3 year goal.
When you say projects, what do you mean, like subdivisions or what?
No, we're not. No, I'll be the crazy one. He can just, you know, a couple houses, flips or specs. Or,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That
More
kind of
investing?
thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Kind of?
Kind of.
Sort of?
Sort of, yeah.
In there somewhere?
Be his own boss instead of building a custom for somebody else. You know, he'd rather pick out the finishes and pick out the floor plan and throw it down and turn around and sell it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Wow, man. Yeah, there's a lot of people. Down the further south you go, that's what dominates.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That we call them mom and pop builders.
Yep.
They build maybe 30 houses a year.
Yep. New Braunfels, they're all over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and it's kind of like they call it semi-custom and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a huge market for it.
There is.
Yeah. And I don't know what it is here. I'm sure it is, I would assume.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, but you've definitely got more big box here.
Yep.
And it's funny because big box stops at San Antonio, from what I've seen.
Yeah.
Like you get south of San Antonio and it's a lot more, you know, localized, local owner, that kind of thing.
That's true.
So, wow, man. All right. So how do people find you?
You know, realtyonegroup.prosper.com is our website.
Okay.
And we're all over, you know, Facebook, Instagram, you name it, YouTube.
You guys are doing a great job out there marketing, that's for sure.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I love it. I love what
Thanks.
you guys are doing. You guys are creating that fun energy vibe.
That's the goal. You know, in Buda, the office, everybody knew our reputation and knew me because of my history there. And so they knew that office was a great place to be. But Austin, we've got to really get out there and let all the Austin agents know about us and demonstrate how fun we really are.
There you go.
Yeah.
You're doing a great job of it, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you for coming on the podcast today.
Hey, my pleasure.
All right. Anything else you want to add before we cut?
No, I love you guys. You guys are doing a great job for us. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Mortgage is awesome.
Oh, you heard it here. All right, everybody. Well, hey, thanks for tuning in for this episode of the podcast. If you liked it, give us a like, give us a share. But please, whatever you do, stay social, everybody. See you next time. Bye.